guys, welcome back to Tank to the Final. I know, second day in a row, another video up. It's quite incredible. Anyway, here we are on Lakeville with Zijing and his T-34-3. It's a Chinese Tier 8 premium tank. Been around for quite a while actually, and just recently, or not that long ago, received a nice buff. So it's a little bit better than it was, because it's always been regarded as sort of the shitty brother of the Type 59. Which is probably fair, but probably the biggest two issues that people have had with this tank is one, the reload and the gun handling, and two, the gun depression, because the gun depression is just absolutely shocking. It is terrible. But the reason the gun handling is so bad on this is because it's a 122mm gun, so it does 390 alpha damage, which is nothing to scoff at. It definitely makes tanks think twice once they've taken a shot from this. But of course the reload is long, and the aiming time is long, and the accuracy is mediocre, and things like that. But see, just like that, 400 damage from medium tank at tier 8, it's just, it's brutal. And it is low profile as well, so if you can get to a point where you don't need gun depression, then you'll be fine basically. Anyway, so here we are, tier 8 maximum game. Zijing trying to take this IS out with his... There is another problem with this tank as well, as you would have just seen. The penetration is not great with standard ammunition. I think before they buffed it was like 175. I don't actually know if it's better than that now. But it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Anyway, so he's taken a couple of shots. He's taken an HE shot from a T-34. What is with people and their HE shots lately? It just really doesn't make sense, especially on a low caliber gun. Like, I mean, yesterday we had a Tiger P with it, and today we've got a T-34-85, a tier 6 shooting H. It just... If you don't have the... I can understand if you don't have the penetration to get through a tank like this, but then you're in a medium tank. Your whole idea is to flank, to get to a position where you have the ability to penetrate another tank. Get to the side of them, the rear of them. That is a medium's job in this game. You're not supposed to be at the front taking, shots at the front of a T-34-3. Anyway, I mean, who am I to judge? It could be new, it could be anything. It's hard to judge someone on the enemy team when you're like that. And so he just bounced off. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, so he's currently taken on about 4 tanks at the same time. Now, the one that should be scaring him the most was their KV-2, but no longer. I mean, their KV-2 can do upwards of 700 damage with HE if it penetrates. Now, its penetration on its HE rounds is actually better than its AP rounds. So, yeah, generally if it's going to penetrate on armor piercing, it's going to penetrate on HE. The only time it wouldn't penetrate is, of course, if it hit the tracks or spaced armor and things like that. But I digress. Anyway, so at the moment it's sitting at 2,500 damage. It's got 540 damage blocked and 444 assistance damage as well. It takes a shot from the S1 there. It was a hell of a shot too, especially on the move that fast and low profile tank like this. Anyway, something I haven't actually mentioned is Zijing has 2 marks of excellence on this tank. So he obviously knows what he's doing. I'm sure he's on his way working towards his 3rd mark, but he's definitely in the top 85% of people that play this tank. So quite impressive. Anyway, so it's the game's 5-4 at the moment. Not quite 5 minutes gone. Zijing's sitting on 3 kills, and he's gonna snap a shot there into the Yag Panther. See how he gets on there. And so he's basically holding the middle ground. So it's a very important position that he is in now, because he can basically go and help any side that needs, or any flank that gets overrun. He can go and back them up because he is directly in the middle. Now, he is moving up the middle of the map now. So he is going to put pressure on the enemy from either side. He can shoot both sides, as he is going to demonstrate here. So it's a very good position, and is a very strong position, especially in a tank that can do 390 alpha damage on average. I mean, it can do more, it can do less. We have seen it do less, we've seen it do more. But it definitely goes towards putting, like, as you can see, there's 2 tanks just then that have backed away from his gun, because you don't want to get hit. Like, it doesn't matter what tier you are, you don't want to get hit for 400 damage. I mean, you could be a tier 10, you'll be in a mouse, 3,000 hit points. You still don't want to get hit for 400 damage, because that's almost a sixth of your health gone, one shot. So, you know, it's people are rightly afraid of a gun of this caliber. But the thing they need to keep they need to keep in mind is that Zheng only has 500 hit points left. So all it would take is that AMX that we saw just there is getting around beside or behind him, emptying a clip, and that's it. That's him done. And you could argue that Zheng has pulled more than his fair share of weight in this game. So, I mean, he is the only tier 8 left on his team. So you would think that with his capability of shutting people down, that they would be focusing on him. But it's just not the case. They're focusing on everyone else in front of them, which, I mean, okay, fair point, but this is why a lot of games are lost. Because people don't focus on the tanks that are doing the most damage or getting the most kills or are the biggest threat. They generally focus on the easiest kills or the ones that they can sponge damage off. And what I don't think people understand is that if they don't win the game, then they get next to nothing in credits and XP. So, for example, you know, you could do, let's say, 1,000 damage and win the game, and you do very well. That was a beautiful shot there. Or, you know, you could do, let's say, 4,000 damage, not get a high caliber, not get a battle hero medal, and lose, and you wouldn't get as much. That is just how crazy the multiplier is when you win. Now, I don't know if people don't know, or they're blinded to it, or whatever the case is, but the fact is you're better off trying to win a game than you are being in it for your own selfish reasons. I mean, like, sure, you could farm damage off a Tog all game while the enemy is capping your base. You know, sure, you might get a shitload of damage, but they've just won the game. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand at some levels, because people are new to the game and things like that. But yeah, I mean, that's my rant over. Anyway, see, here's the AMX coming in. If he had actually landed more than, I don't know, 2 of his shots, so he actually, sorry, 4 shots he landed, bounced every single one of them. But again, if he had actually just gotten around Zheng and not continued firing on the move, he would have had half a chance. He didn't do that though, and he's paid the price. But I mean, it's 14-9 at the moment. There's a shot of the accuracy, just how insufferable it is. Now, if it was me here, if I was Zheng, I would shoot him and I would ram him. He's on 5 kills. So, and he's on 500 damage, and he got hit by his own artillery. So yeah, at the end I would have rammed him myself, because that would have been a top gun, and it would have been more XP, more credits for him. Anyway, so how did he do? Well, I mean, 2 times XP for the first one of the day, 5,888. It's not bad. I mean, that is with premium. He's got 1,677 base XP. Base XP, that's just insane. And also 5,500 damage, 5 kills. He's done brilliantly this game. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.